Welcome to Yorkshire in the United Kingdom. Welcome to the Shortwave Show. I am James, your guide to one of the most unprofessional shows on the internet. For legal reasons, of course, we have to say it's one of the most unprofessional shows on the internet, but I think we all know that by now. We've got a lot of stuff been going on this week, actually. Quite strange as well. Well, when I say I'm being really generic here, there's been hardly anything, but it's been quite a nice week, I think. What's been going on? I'm going to look at my notes because this is a podcast, really, but it just happens to have a camera, so deal with it. I'm sorry. I've got notes. I don't care. I don't have an autocue yet, so you're just going to have to deal with it. Well, what's been going on then? Well, I've gone weird again. Adele's music video Hello has sparked outrage on the internet because the video features a flip phone. Do you remember those old flip phones that when you got a call and go whip? Yeah, it made a whip noise. And why am I describing how you answer a phone? That's stupid. I don't know. Okay. You answer, and people were outraged about this. They were complaining on social media, angrily complaining, and they said people were saying should have had a smartphone. You know, modern stuff, modern technology. Smartphones are millions of flip phones are millions of years old. Well, it feels like smartphones are millions of years old. What are they going to come up with next? I don't know. I myself am absolutely outraged at this. I'm furious. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't care. Honestly, you'd think she was using a candlestick phone. You know, a candlestick phone. You talked into that voice, and you sounded like you were very harsh, and you spoke into it like this. Not the way I'm doing right now. And not only that, you'd think it was filled with asbestos or something. You'd think it was dangerous, but no, it's just old technology. The director of the music video has actually, this is interesting, he offered an explanation for why he used a flip phone, and I'm just going to read it to you. I could see that GIFs, I don't say GIFs, I've rehearsed this and I've literally never ever called it GIF before. I watch too much American videos, I apologise. Not that American videos are bad, just different culture. In fact, some people in America say GIF like I do. Does it really matter? What did I come up with it? What did I come up for it? I came up with a word for it. Oh yeah, the GIF GIF. That's the GIF GIF. Okay. I could see the GIF GIFs on Twitter, and I'm like, guys, get over it. It doesn't matter. But the real explanation is that I never liked filming modern phones or cars. They're so implanted in our lives that when you see them in movies, you're reminded that you're in reality. And that was by Mr. Dolan, who was speaking to the LA Times. So, now he's offered that explanation, it looks like that Mr. Dolan is off the hook. Do you get it? Because it's a phone and it's off the hook. That was one of my own. I need to try better, don't I? Sorry. What else is going on in the celebrity news? Well, I can't be bothered with celebrity news. In sport news, New Zealand beat South Africa. New Zealand, oh, I'm having a mad going on again. New Zealand? That's a brilliant name. New Zealand beat South Africa to reach the Rugby World Cup final. Well done. I've got to be honest with you, there's nothing interesting in the news that I found this week. Some weeks nothing happens. There's no material for me to go on. I don't know what to do. Some weeks I think, wow, that's brilliant, I have to put this in a video. And this week, I got nothing. So take a seat, everyone, relax, take off your clothes, put your pyjamas on, get in a onesie if you want to. It's starting to get a little bit cold now. Snuggle up, just relax, make yourself hot chocolate, why not? And enjoy the pictures and the sounds as they fly through the Wi-Fi. We'll be back in a minute. To the show, everybody, how are you doing? It's lovely to see you once again. Woohoo! Yeah! There we go. Well, first things first, I have got a little bit of an apology to make. Joe, Abby and Lewis Schofield were going to be my guests this week on the show, and we're going to have some fun, we're going to do a quiz, we're going to talk about stuff. Hold on a minute. Generally that's what you do in an interview, isn't it? You talk about stuff. But unfortunately I have been so busy this week, it's unbelievable. So I'm really, really sorry, guys. I just couldn't squeeze you in this week. I've got time to record an episode this week, but I'm recording this on Sunday, and that means what does that mean? I don't know. So I'm recording this on Sunday, and because of that, hang on, James. Get your thoughts together, James. Everything's fine. You can do it. It's just talking to a microphone. No one watches this anyway. So, I've managed to record an episode this Sunday, but I didn't really have time. I don't really have time Monday evening, Tuesday or Wednesday to record the interview, and I didn't have time last week either. So the only time I have is yesterday, but I recorded an episode of this last week, but it didn't work, so I'm doing it again, but who cares about that? But the problem is, the only time I have was today and Thursday to record an interview. They're not here on Sunday, obviously, because I'm at home. And on Thursday, it gets broadcast. So if you think I've got time on Thursday, I just don't. That is the most long-winded explanation I have ever given in my entire life, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I'll be with you in a minute, I'm just fiddling with my mixer. I sorted that out. Sorry about that. Right. I told you this was an unprofessional show, didn't I? Ah yes, talking about Joe and Lewis, it was their birthday last week, so publicly, happy birthday to Joe and Lewis. And Happy birthday's not copyright anymore, so I think we can use that now, can't we? I don't know. Anyway, I was invited to their party. I know, I got invited out. Me! I got invited to something. That's amazing, isn't it? And what's even more amazing and more surprising to me is that I talk to people. I talk to people at a social event. Isn't that unbelievable, eh? It really is. And I tell you what, I'll tell you something. Because of that, I feel absolutely fantastic. I feel great now. I really couldn't be happier. I really couldn't. I'm good. I'm great. But I'll tell you something else, and let's change the music. Don't know why I've chosen that. After that, something even more surprising happened. I went to a club. I went to a club. Can you believe that? Because I don't think I do. I think I must have been hallucinating, but apparently I did. Let me tell you something. I've never felt so awkward for a long time. People were dancing around like crazy. They were dancing around, looking cool, you know. Yes, they were dancing like that, apart from that looked really cool. Apparently. I don't know what cool is, but arguably they were cool, you know. Yeah, I'm dancing, and yes, I'm going to impress everyone in this room with my amazing dance skills that hasn't been aided by alcohol at all. Oh yes, I don't know why they speak with this voice, and they certainly didn't do this with their hands either, because that just looks weird. I'm tearing up now. I can't believe that. Right. So while they were dancing like that, I looked like an idiot. Mostly, I was standing around really awkward, and because I was the only one who wasn't dancing and looking the right moron, not that anyone looked like a moron, but because I wasn't portraying myself as an idiot, the security guards were quite suspicious that he's just standing there, not doing anything. That's a bit creepy. Anyway, it was all fine, and I got through it. But one thing I got people persuaded me up, and I acted like an idiot eventually. More like that was basically my dancing. Exactly like that. Anyway, it was really good though. It was really good fun. I would like to recreate one scene for you in this thing to give you a sense of how my eardrums could cope with this situation. Now, I haven't got the best hearing, I will admit, but it's good enough. Sometimes a bit of too much background music can be a little bit of a problem for me, but let me give you a sense of my hearing, and I suspect quite a few people's, okay? So there was some music in the background. Let's pump that up. Yeah, rock out to this, ladies and gentlemen, as you go to sleep. This is perfect. Get a beat going here. And this, what I'm about to show you, is the conversation I had with other people. People not listening on the podcast, this is going to be really weird. That's basically what it was like. It's basically like what a teenager has blaring out of their car when they go past. This is royalty-free. This is royalty-free music, by the way. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back after this very, 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 very short break. Hi, welcome back everybody, how are you doing? Sorry I wasn't to where we'd finished there, I was just standing around like a complete idiot. Shall we do some viewer mail, everybody? I think that's an excellent idea, James. Well, let's get on with it then, yes! Alright, we're going to start with a real viewer mail. This is from Jack Brewster, who writes, I loved this. Great memories from school. That cross-country was a bummer. I can't argue with that, my friend. Jack, of course, went to school with me, secondary school. Yeah, it's amazing that people still want to communicate with me after experiencing me. But apparently there's one or two. Jack's great, though. Thanks for listening, Jack. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I agree with the cross-country. I wasn't never really sporty at school, to be honest. It just wasn't I just wasn't really active, but as... Oh, did I say that last week, or was that in a scrapped episode? What I have found is that if you ignore your PE teachers when they say, find an exercise you enjoy, keep at it, and you'll be fine. If you don't do that, you'll end up like me. And that's just walking around the studio. We're going to have to do fake viewer mail because that's all I've got. Okay. Lewis writes, you said that we'd be on this week. We've addressed this already, Lewis. Next week, you'll be joining us. Lois writes, annoying hiss is still there. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to describe it with a bit of music, but it's not really working. I'm working on the problem. I don't quite know what it is, though. I really don't know. This is baffling me. I do not know why there's a hiss in this. I've checked everything. Robert said, you said this week would be better. Yeah, sorry, I'm just on my own again. I can't help it. I'm busy. Pay me some money and maybe I'll make it better. And have big names or something. But with 3 subscribers for this channel, I can't exactly aim to get you quality. Not even with the 54 I have over on the other channel. Danny writes, the only reason you do fake viewer mail is because your actual viewers ignore your request for real viewer mail. That's mean, but it's very true. If you have any real viewer mail that you want to be silly as you like, just write it in the comments, it'll be welcome. And chances are, by the lack of people that write to me on this show, you'll probably make it. You'll probably make it on this episode. Not this episode, but another episode. Oh, by the way, I should say, if you have any questions for Joe and Lewis, of course I've got questions, but if you maybe have some, send them in. I suppose Joe and Lewis could send questions in for themselves if you really want to. That would be a bit weird, but you could. Apart from Joe and Lewis, who are your future guests, right, Dylan? Listen, Dylan. It's taken me 7 episodes for someone to think, Yes, I'd like to be on there. I've got no future guests. Maybe after they come on and prove what a wonderful experience it is to be here, then more people will show up. Julie writes, this show is perfect. It helps me get to sleep within 2 minutes of pressing the play button. Thanks, James. You're welcome, Julie. I think. Ah, yes. I love the show. No matter what anyone will say to disagree with me, I love James. He's just awesome. The best I have ever seen in a very long time. Long may this show continue. That is from Just Try My Best James wrote that. Well, Just Try My Best James, I think we can all agree with that. Out of time, ladies and gentlemen, for this time. Just a couple of updates before we go. If you didn't know, you can listen to this show as a podcast. Some things make more sense on YouTube, but if you're going about your business, if you're on the toilet, you can listen to this show from SoundCloud. It's soundcloud.com/Shortwave Show. There's no "the" in that. However, I've had to do it in a way that it's only available. Each episode's only available for a limited time, simply because I can't afford the Pro plan with SoundCloud. So, episode 1's still up now, but I don't know how much longer it's going to be up. I imagine each episode will be there for a month or two, but they will be here on YouTube until, for some reason, YouTube decides, actually, no, you really don't want to be here. Go away, James. We don't want you here anymore. If you want to see what episodes are coming up, what I've got planned, you can go to shortwaveshow.blogspot.com and click Coming Up, and that'll tell you what episodes are coming up and who's coming up, if anyone. Or you can go to the Shortwave Show channel page and click Coming Up. That'll be on that top banner bit. Click Coming Up. It's the first link up there, and you can see the schedule. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. Thank you so much for joining us. Bless you seriously for joining us once again. I will be back here this time next week, hopefully with Joe and Lewis. We're going to have some fun. There's going to be a big quiz. I hope they're going to be competitive, because it's going to be difficult. It's going to be tough. And if you want to send them some questions, send them in. If you want to send me some mail, send it in. And if, I don't know, just come back next time. Just Try My Best James will be back very soon. And apart from that, I'm done. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you very soon. Good night, everybody.